now it's time. It is time to get into the car and get back into the race because we got to get all the way through and dive deep into your moments on the show. You and Sasha Velour really bonded.
Yes.
And that must have been even harder when it was time to face each other at the damn lip sync off of the end.
We knew it. We knew it.
Yeah,
we were like,
right.
There's no way they're gonna let us make it all the way through this journey. Just all. I was gonna be like all roses and roses it was. Roses it was. I was like the damn. But that moment, it was like honestly, like as much as it sucked to have to like lose in front of your mom, it was brilliant because it showed what a fighter Sasha was, because like. All tea, they hadn't really explained to us what we were going to be doing.
Yeah, what was that?
It was
how much notice did you get?
Yeah.
We got sent a list of songs, like a list, and then it was our rehearsal the day before that they let us know what would be happening.
Oof.
And the thing was, 2 of my costumes were already missing. And they were like, and you're gonna need like a reveal. And I was like, a reveal what?
Oh.
I was like, what am I gonna reveal? I was like, I have nothing. I was just like, do I just reveal the fact that I don't have anything? Like, and wound up getting a costume like Victor Luna, designer in LA, who's on Project Runway and All Stars. Like, Manila Luzon put me in contact with him, like really helped me out last minute, like turned around a look in like a matter of hours. But it was just like, I was really lucky that I walked out there with like clothes on, and I was just all like, I don't really have anything, but I was just like, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna give it my all. But those roses, they got me, gal, and it was. Honestly, it was just such a beautiful moment. The reveal, just everything about it, just like that moment is so iconic. And like, I mean, this is no shade to the season 10 girls, but I still don't think any moment will match up to what Sasha did in our lip sync against each other. And I just applaud her. I celebrate our newest, current, fucking reigning Aquaria. I think she's brilliant and she's really talented. Good. But I would be lying if I said I didn't already miss having Sasha Velour as queen. So.
Now, when you were lip syncing, are you seeing the roses go on out of the side of your eye and be like, what the hell is coming out of her wig?
Well, because she did them out of her gloves first.
Right.
And so she did the first one, and I was just kind of like, what was that? But I was just like, no, focus on yourself.
Right.
And then she did the second one, and I was just like, what was that? And I was crossing her, and they didn't show this. I was like crossing behind her, and I hit one of those rose petals, and bitch, I like, whoop, 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 like a Marx Brothers sketch, like slipped on them. And that was like literally moments before she did the gag of it all, where she pulled the wig off, and like I did like a pirouette, and I turned around, I was just all like, no, this fucking bitch did it. But I was just, and at that moment, that's what I knew. I was just all like, well, I don't think that crowd is going home with me tonight.
Right.
But in many ways, as much as it can be really disappointing to get that close and to not go all the way, it just wasn't my time, you know? And that was something that I had to accept. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to win because with my dad and sister passing, like I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna do this for them. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna win it for them. And so in many ways, I felt like I was just all like, I had like let them down. But it's just, I know that I tried my best and I gave it my all, and that's all that you can ever do.
Statistically, you did in another season, you would have been the winner. Not to take anything away from Sasha. Yeah. Because when those petals came out of the wig,
I was just all
it was all tied up.
Yeah, no, yeah, girl.
But you know, you definitely, and we actually did get to recently see what it was like when you won, because that footage was leaked.
Oh my
winning.
God, I saw that, and I was actually on the plane out here, and like, LOL, I was just like, these fans. But you know, there's always All Stars.
I mean, honey, I think All Stars was made for you to come back in and slay it down.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Also, first of all, just want to say your category as performance was iconic, sweetie.
Thank you.
The moves, all of it.
Thank you. I have to give a lot of that over to Todrick. He did a really great job.
It was really great. And your whole cast, though some people were complaining that everyone was too nice to each other in the season, the reunion came and everybody had something to say. And you definitely held your own among quite a few slings and arrows from other people. Tell me about that reunion, sweetie.
Well, we filmed the reunion after the finale, so I had already lost. And so, you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit bitter. And so I was just all like, you know, I'm just gonna sit here. And like, they were like, Shea, whatever you do, like, we know that like last night did not go the way that you wanted, but like, just don't like disengage, like don't withdraw, like be present.
Right.
And I think the thing that really actually started it off was when they were discussing, you know, Charlie not lip syncing and Charlie talking about, you know, this broken rib. And, you know, then she literally like points to me and goes, you know, it's when I was lifting Shea Coulee. And at that point, I was just all like, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute, bitch. And that's when I was just all like, okay, well, we're going to be playing these games because I'm all about the truth.
Right.
You know, and that's what I was just all like, just sitting there I was just like, oh, I'm going to hold people accountable for the truth. And I was just like, anything that I know that you've said or done, I'm going to be like, you said that, you did that. I was like, too vague.
What was the thing that you said where she was like, why are you so upset? You're like, do I look upset? Or
Yeah, I was just all
that
like,
was a legendary moment.
You know, me and Valentina, we were just kind of having a little moment. And, you know, she was just all like, you got a lot of opinions about me tonight, Shea. And I was just all like, no, girl. I was like, we're just talking. I was like, don't get upset. She was just all like, you're the one that's upset. And that's what I was just all like, do I look upset? I was like, this is not my upset, but like, girl, you like me upset is a whole different story. But I was just, that's why I had to ask to clarify, because I was like, maybe I'm putting out a very upset looking kind of vibe, but I was just like, I felt like I was composed.
And you were, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right, well, it is game time. Are you ready to play a game?
Yes.
It is time to play a special game we created just for you. It's called Parlez-vous français, Shea Coulee? So we're going to show you a series of photos that to do with drag and pop culture, and you're going to tell us whether something is c'est bon, whether you like it, or whether you say non, and you don't like it.
Yes.
And you'll tell us why you do or you don't like it.
Okay, cool.
All right, let us begin. First thing, Drag Race tours. Those big tours with all the girls. Would you say bon or say non?
Oh, c'est bon. I love going on tour with my sisters. And like, the thing is with those tours too, is you get the opportunity to go on tour with girls that like weren't in your season, that you may not already know, and you get a chance to like develop like new friendships.
Right.
I did this tour in the UK called Twisted Circus, and it was my first time getting a chance to work with Violet Chachki. And I just left that tour just so in love with her. She just like, I just absolutely adore her. Her drag is exquisite. Her sense of humor is just like, just my taste.
Yes.
You know, and I was just like so glad that I had to have that I got to have that experience, because then it allowed me to develop a relationship with Violet, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, she and I went on tour with Dida together.
Yes.
And she knows how to give you the dressing room kiki.
Yes, she does.
She will
really
flick
does.
a little zing. She'll zing, zing, zing.
Yes, I love her.
You really do have to just enjoy her very violent sense of everything.
Yes.
Just, you can really appreciate
She's
it
just a
once
very
you get to know her.
exquisite, expensive bitch.
Oh, and
like,
the looks.
Yes, girl, and
So
the
good.
looks. I love.
All right, next one, butterflies.
I love butterflies.
Okay.
So, and it's funny too. I'm actually still in pre-production for a music video, and one of the things that we wanted to do for the shot, one of the major inspirations was the Love Galore video by SZA, where she's like on like a rotating platform surrounded by all these butterflies.
Right.
And so there's a butterfly garden in Chicago, and so we, you know, set up this whole shot to involve me being in this butterfly garden. And then the taping of the finale of season 10 happened. And then all of a sudden, these messages and things and emojis started popping up. And I need to text Asia and be like, girl, can I still do like a butterfly aesthetic and have it not be scandalous, you know? Because I still want to do that. I think butterflies are beautiful. And I thought Asia looked beautiful during that lip sync.
She always looks beautiful.
I would say, you know, confetti, stick to confetti and dead things. I mean, just things that aren't live animals,
right.
You know, or insects, just like allow that, flowers, confetti,
or
glitter.
animatronic things that are not
those
real.
things help. But I still say bone to butterflies, you know.
What was your feelings when where were you watching the finale? On the road?
Yes, where was I?
I was on tour watching on my Direct TV app, watching it live.
Gosh, where was I? Think, I was on tour, so I had to like watch it the next day, but I had already, you know, obviously heard about it.
Been bombarded by butterfly images.
I wasn't able to make the taping because I was in Canada at the time, but I just remember being like, oh damn, that's unfortunate because I really love Asia, and it's unfortunate that, you know, she was kind of left out there at the finish line due to, you know, surprise not working out. So.
Lazy butterflies.
Yeah, those fucking butterflies.
Lazy damn
How
butterflies.
much oxygen do you need? I'm just kidding. I really love butterflies. I'm like, you know.
The butterflies are tweeting you right now. Shea Coulee just read up
I'm
on
sure
Hey
there
Qween.
is an account that someone already made for that, but that's like Asia's butterflies. Like I'm sure. Tweet me.
Well, one thing, butterflies will always be iconic in the Drag Race universe, good or bad.
Yep.
I hope Asia O'Hare has butterfly t-shirts, butterfly jewelry, and all the rest, because as Alaska has taught us, if they call you a bitch, write I'm a bitch on a t-shirt and sell it for $40.
Hello. Oh, $40.
Oh, wow. How much? 60.
Oh, see, you know what? I was like just trying to cool with like a nice like 25.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know, $40. You know what? And see,
there you go.
and that fan tried to say that I overcharged.
Exactly. How dare? Last but not least, kind of serious question. What's your opinion on the racism and treatment of Black queens by a large amount of Drag Race fans? Because we're seeing a lot of racism in the fandom. You know, the white queens are all the ones who have 1 million are all skinny white queens.
Yeah.
And you know, Vixen put a real spotlight on it.
Yeah.
Sort of calling out the optics of making Aquaria cry and what that would mean for her. So let's put a much bigger spotlight on that. What do you have to say?
I think it's really good that we're starting to have these conversations and that Queens of Color are starting to speak up. You know, I live within this, so I obviously definitely see the way that these fans can be towards Queens of Color. But the thing is, like, it's never gonna make me want to shine any less. Like, it's always worked. You know, I've always known, like when I was a child, my parents were just like, you have got to work twice as hard to get half of the recognition. So like if you want something, like you really got to make sure that you are committed to going out there and really doing it. Does it suck that that's the way that it is? Yes, but the thing is, like, racism is not something that's always just like so like active. It's something that can also be really passive. It's something that's systemic, that's just like woven into the fabric of our society. And I think like having these conversations, bringing these things up, bringing them to the forefront and having people be more aware of them is a great way for things to start to change, because then people will feel more comfortable calling it out, when I feel like it used to be that we felt that we always had to just kind of like play nice. And I felt like Vixen was really great at being like, what is playing nice got us, you know? Because really, what has it done? But she has created so many conversations. If I had $1 for every phone call I've had from someone that's just all like, I really want to, the things that she's talked about, I really want to understand more, and I want to understand these experiences so that I can be like a better ally. Like, that's important.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting these calls before the Vixen, you know what I'm saying? And so like the simple fact that she's been able to do that and kind of get things moving in a certain motion to get these conversations happening is really amazing, and I'm super proud of her.
Please pass on a message to Vixen. We want you on Hey Qween, Vixen.
Yes.
I watched her performances on their Tens Across the Board tour, and I gagged.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, Vixen, give it to them.
She gives them a show.
Really incredible. Just a note to all of our fans, like Shea said, Donald Trump is president, and that is a problem. He is trying to take away our rights. He's not recognizing LGBTQA people. The environment is being attacked, and that means this November you need to activate your entire community to go out and vote, or else these motherfuckers are going to destroy our environment, take away our rights, and all sorts of other shit. So this is not a time to sit down. It is a time to stand up, sweetie.
Yes, vote, bitch.
Right? Exactly. You can't just sit around and be like, I hope it all works out.
Yeah, no, it won't work out on Twitter. You need to get up and go to the polls.
Yes,
okay?
saying
You
on
need to go
Twitter
and
is
go
not
to the
going to
polls.
work,
And
right?
most polling places are within like a mile or so of your house. It's normally at your local school. So go there, just vote. And I know like sometimes people think like, okay, well, I don't know much about my candidates. Look, I've done this before. You have a smartphone.
Yes.
You can actually, there's no rush. You can actually be at the poll voting, researching these candidates to be like, who do I want to be a constituent for? It's that simple. It is that simple.
I literally did do that the last.
Yes, and I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed because I'd rather sit there, take my time at the poll, researching people on Google, reading up about them and what they stand for, so I can make an educated decision to figure out who will best serve me in my community, than to just not vote at all, or to just leave those boxes blank, because that gives room for someone who may not have the best intentions to come in. So
because the conservatives, sweetie, they are bringing their smartphones in and they are voting and they are activating. So let's not let these motherfuckers continue to destroy our world and our rights. Okay? No. Shea Coulee, goddamn, that was so fun to have you on the show. You're
so much fun.
Stunning. I love your work ethic. I love all the stuff you're doing.
Thank you.
We are thrilled that you are our first guest at the Beach House.
Oh my God, I can still feel the breeze.
You look so gorgeous. I think we must have opened the window.
Yeah. That or I farted.
Oh, it smells like roses. Smells like roses. I shouldn't have mentioned roses. You've turned it so fiercely, sweetie, that you have snatched a trophy, honey.
Oh my God. I've never won anything in my life. This is great. So if I could win a trophy from sitting on a couch and talking shit, I accept this. Thank you. I dedicate this to my mother. I dedicate this to my boyfriend and all my fans, and to my future dog, because I'm trying to get a puppy. So
all right, that dog is one lucky little puppy. Now I hope your boyfriend won't mind, because you also won yourself a lap dance. Yeah!
Hey Qween, hey Qween, hey Qween, hey Qween, hey, oh she's so nasty, hey Qween.
All right, well, Shea Coulee, not going anywhere, honey. You're gonna have to tune in to Look It Up, because she's gonna be looking at all the queens she knows, plays with, and plays with. Make sure to follow us everywhere on Hey Qween TV, on Instagram, Facebook, all the rest, and we'll see you next time on Hey Qween. Bye, baby. Beach house, sweetie.
Hello, children. Click here and subscribe.